frustration. Feel it several times in a day. Why is it that you feel frustrated? One reason is that you want to see things happen in a certain way. You're used to a certain order. The paper needs to be put down, and if it's flipped over, this bothers you. So it needs to be put down every time. Right? The spoons, when they're put into the drawer after they're removed from the dishwasher, need to be stacked one on top of the other. But my husband will put 3 this way, 2 that way, 1 that way. Now, I can either say, it bothers me, it definitely bothers me. And so I can do one of 2 things. I have a choice. I can either straighten the spoons, for the millionth time and keep the peace, or I can tell him, the millionth time to straighten the spoon. It's not going to happen, right? It's not, because he's not thinking when he's unloading the dishwasher. He just wants to get the spoons in the drawer. His priorities are totally different from mine. I want them stacked neatly. He just wants them in the drawer. So, you've got a situation here. It's really a small thing. It's really a small thing. But it is these small things that come in the way of relationships. Why do you mess up the bath mat and make it into a ball? A bath mat is to be spread out on the floor. Small things. Why do you take the hand towel and wipe it and keep it on the counter? It has to be put back, right? How come you don't do that? Why is the front door always unlocked? Always. Who goes out? I lock the door about 10 times a day. Who is unlocking this door? I want to know. I really want to know. We want things in a certain way, and when it doesn't go that way, you feel a sense of frustration. And where does that come from? It comes from an internal resistance. You're resisting what is. You just want it different. Whenever you resist the present moment, you are going to feel this sense of frustration. You might then express it in anger, because that's one of the first things that we do when the frustration rises within us. We say something, we lose it. We say something hurtful, we say something mean, we say something short. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. It is important to understand that frustration is an internal resistance. It's that you can't change what is happening. So what happens if you have a disease in your body? What is it that rises within you? What is that frustration that rises within you? That I can't do this, that I can't do that, that something's going to happen to me, that I'm going to lose time on the job, or that I'm going to die. So many things that prevent you from living your life with the disease. So if my leg is swollen, I can still hobble and do all this stuff. So what? Rest every 15 minutes. Rest every 20 minutes. I do what it takes to deal with it. How does it help to continually tell the whole world my leg is swollen and it's hurting? What are they going to do about it? How are they going to help you? How are they going to reduce the swelling on your leg? Does the fact that they say, oh, you poor thing, make it all better? You still want your leg to be unswollen. You still want everything to be good. So how do you deal with your frustration? What is a good way to deal with your frustration? It comes from embracing the present moment. If you do not embrace this moment, if you want to be somewhere else, you're going to be in trouble. That's when your frustration rises. You don't like what life has served you. You don't like how things are going for you. You want things to be somewhere else. You don't want to grow old. You want to be 14 years old. I get it. What are you going to do about that? Can anybody reverse age? I mean, please. Why are we continually frustrated every time we see a new wrinkle or see an extra few grey hairs? Or walking with us, like, let's get into each stage of our lives gracefully. And when we need that cane, let's walk with that cane gracefully. It doesn't change anything else. It should not change the quality of your consciousness. What is aging is merely your body. If you even got a glimpse of how old you are, you would faint because you're really ancient. All right? You have been for thousands, millions of years. So what is a few years and what is a few grey hairs and what is a few aches and pains? What are the other frustrations that we have? Frustrations get a lot more in the workplace. I think most people face their major frustration in the workplace. Either you can't talk back to your boss, or you feel you don't deserve whatever you're getting. Basically, the frustration comes from feeling you deserve something else. That you deserve better, that you deserve less. When that feeling arises, it is important to catch it. And you won't catch it because you're feeling frustrated only in a moment when your prana is all the way down. If your prana is high, like right after this meditation, I can guarantee you nothing will frustrate you. You will feel like you can handle anything. You're going to say, bring it on. Bring it on. I can deal with it. I can do this. Right? It's because your prana is high. Go for a run and come back and take that shower. You're going to feel fabulous. Eat a really nourishing meal and you're going to feel good. Now I can deal with everything. My stomach is full. I can deal with whatever I have to deal with. Prana makes a big difference. So most of the time, observe that your frustrations come towards the end of the day. In the beginning of the day, you're actually quite fresh. Your prana is high. You're able to deal. As the day progresses, your prana is coming down, coming down, coming down. That's the time to start the meditation, or to go for a run, or to eat well. When your prana goes back up, you won't feel that kind of frustration. Frustration, any transformation that we are making will only come with self-effort. And that self-effort comes through self-knowledge. What is the process of meditation and breathing doing for you? Nothing much. All it is doing is it's opening it up for you so you can look in. You have the ability now to stop the train that's been going at 80 miles an hour and say, wait a minute, what is happening? Why am I feeling this frustration? What is it that I want? I want things to be ordered. Okay, they're not going to be ordered. So, shall I be frustrated or shall I let it go? You have a choice. If you really want to be frustrated, be my guest. I don't think you need to. Okay? It's just that most of us don't want to halt the train right there. I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling depressed. All these thoughts, when it comes to you, you have the ability to go to the root of the thought. Where is this thought coming from? But we don't do that. This is the reason I'm asking everyone to keep a negativity count. You can't obviously keep it for every thought that comes up during the day, but at least you start seeing how many negative messages you're giving to yourself. That's the purpose of the exercise. The purpose of the exercise is to see how much are we lifting ourselves up. Because if we're going to rely on others to lift us up and for things to happen to make us happy, this is going to be a long and really frustrating wait. Because again, nothing that's outside of you can be depended on. You can depend on yourself, only yourself. Because this journey for you is alone. Everybody else is there by accident, just by chance. So if you want to make your personal transformation, if you just want to lead a life that is peaceful and happy, you have to learn to apply the knowledge. This is the most important thing. The knowledge is everything. But I tell you, knowledge by itself means nothing. They're just words. It will never apply to you. From personal experience, I'm telling you, I have been reading books of knowledge for 20 years. I started right after I got married. I started with the Bhagavad Gita. My husband was a big follower and I started reading those books right then. I read them without actually understanding or applying anything. What is the point of reading a book of knowledge and not applying anything to your life? The knowledge is to be lived. So you need to have spiritual practice for that knowledge to work. Spiritual practice on its own relaxes you, but it doesn't give you that transformation that you want. But you have the spiritual practice and you have the knowledge, and then you combine the two, and it's real magic. It's magic. This is something that you have to do for yourself. You have to find out what frustrates me. Why do I feel this frustration? What is it about me that makes me want to see things in a certain way and not tolerate it in another, not accept it in another? And as you see this and as you get clarity, your level of frustration is going to drop. And you're going to be much happier. And it all passes. 10 minutes ago, I was thinking that my YouTube video was not uploading. 10 minutes later, I went out into that beautiful fresh air. We sat down and I looked at you beautiful ladies sitting and meditating, and my heart filled with so much joy that I didn't think about the YouTube video. And I couldn't be bothered whether it uploads or it doesn't upload. Wow, there you go. There you go. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. We need, everything changes. Know this. That which frustrates you is going to pass. It is going to change. So why sweat? Why get agitated? Your blood pressure has risen, you want to shout, you want to some funny feeling here, you want to cry. All those sensations. Life's really bad, it's not going my way, I'm not getting the things I want. These are all negative messages we're giving ourselves. You change those messages. Make your messages, I'm destined for great things. Lovely changes are coming my way. Whatever I wanted is going to be mine. I'm so happy to be in this world. What a beautiful day it is. Tomorrow is going to make all the difference. The change that I want is going to be coming right now. That's what you have to do. So we're going to do away with our frustration and we're going to just repose in the self.